What do you want to confess that no one else in your real life knows? If you ever need help, then please know that there are many qualified people who would like to help you. There are crisis services worldwide that are trained to provide support. They are designed to give temporary relief from feelings that are overwhelming you, and while they are unlikely to fix any underlying problems, can help you get through a tough hour/night/week. Chat services are usually available on these sites. In the US, calling 211 or going to their website is a free referral source. They have providers who will see you regardless of your ability to pay. Just as you would see a doctor when you are sick, you deserve to take care of your mental health. I miss my old friend group. This one hits hard. I'm in my 30s. About 5 years ago we were still throwing huge parties until dawn. Now it's hard to even find two persons to hang out with. Most people settled down, or feel too tired to go out. Time flies. Every day I hate the life I'm living a little bit more. I can retrace my steps and see all the choices that would have gotten me to where I wish I was too. But I feel so trapped now. I feel so unwanted and out of place all the time. I should be job searching, because I need to leave my job soon due to life changes. But I can't bring myself to care. I just procrastinate with video games and meaningless tasks. Same. But I don't currently have a job. I am struggling to care enough to get searching. I feel like I'm incapable of love. I feel this too. I like people, but genuinely never feel an attachment. Even with my girlfriend and immediate family, I love them. But it's more a word than a feeling. Empty love or something I don't know. For myself I feel it's a bit different, where I'm not even sure what love even is supposed to be. Had a weird childhood and carry a fair bit of trauma stemming from there. As I age I think that I don't know how to love or be loved. If that makes any sense. Blay. I've just thought about that the other day. I don't think I feel what we call love. I feel other things that accumulate and make me feel good about a person or thing. For example, thinking back about the last time I thought I felt love was when it hurt because I lost a person I loved. I can't remember how it felt loving her, but I can remember liking her for her bravery, her beautiful mind, her smile. I remember being attracted to her body, feeling lust for her. I remember taking this from me hurt like a bitch. All of this together is what I perceived as love. And I still believe it's exactly that. I've tried so hard to not be my mom and not be like her that I started doing things she did, and lying to myself and everyone around me, just like she does. 1 year of therapy down, and I'm trying really hard to put a stop to my bad patterns. I have terminal cancer and am tired of the side effects of the treatments and the pain the cancer is causing. I really want to just die and get it over with, but my wife and 2 daughters would be devastated if I stopped fighting. Have you expressed to them how you truly feel? I have. We have medical assistance in dying here in Canada and they know I plan to use it. Thing is, I lost my father when I was quite young and know how devastating it is. And I can't bear to do that to my children until I hit the point where I'm hospitalized. My dad did the same thing when he had cancer. My family and I got to say our goodbyes, and then the nurse started the procedure to end his life. That day was a good day for everyone. My dad's suffering ended and nobody had to worry about him anymore. I could ramble for days about this, but to make a long story short, I wish my dad would have ended his life much sooner. He was in so much pain for months, all while knowing that death was the only way out. I have to tell myself that I am a lot happier than I actually am every day. I hope it makes you feel better that you're not even close to a minority in this feeling. This fact doesn't make me feel better. Maybe even a bit worse. Clearly it's a collective societal problem and not just me. If it's just me or a few other individuals, we can maybe change that. If it's how the whole world is, there's no way I can change that. Like ever, I'm disturbed by how difficult it is to feel passion or motivation about anything in my present life. I've gone through years of higher education, internships, freelance work, and portfolio work and revisions, and I feel absolutely nothing for any of it, which disturbs me greatly. But I keep on the everything's great and I'd love to lick your corporate boots face on, because it's what is expected of me and anyone else looking for work. This also extends to my hobbies. Dramatic air quotes. Because honestly, I don't even love what I used to love or think I love anymore. And that also disturbs me an incredible amount. TLDR, I don't remember the last time I felt any passion or motivation for anything in life. And that disturbs me a lot. Edit, holy crap, woke up to all of this. Thank you everyone for your replies and keeping the conversation going civilly. It's much appreciated. For those of you wondering if I have depression and whatnot, yes, I've been diagnosed in the past, along with ADHD and some more personal diagnosis, but I've had lackluster experiences with therapy, meditation, and medication, hence my reluctance to give any of them another shot. They can be helpful aids, but at the end of the day they don't change the fact that the problems you're facing still exist, with medicine in particular as well. I dislike their side effects and how the majority of the ones I've tried have numbed me even further. I actually felt better getting off my last set of antidepressants. Edit 2, just to clear up some confusion as well. I'm currently freelancing and looking for a full-time job. Have been since before I finished my graduate program last month, and I admit, some of what I'm feeling might also be from dismay at how difficult it's been to find a job in my field, although ironically, it might be a blessing as well. as it's given me time to try and think of other career paths that I might possibly enjoy more than just working in advertising. Albeit nothing's truly stood out to me yet. I remember reading somewhere that that's what depression actually is. Not feeling sad all the time, just apathetic. That's how I feel most of the time too. I still get a bright spot of emotion from time to time, be it negative or positive. That lasts for shorter and shorter periods, but the rest of the time it's just apathy. I finally completed my bachelor's last year, after procrastinating for most of the 8 years it took me, and felt nothing. Decided to do a master's and got accepted into my first choice of degree, and still nothing. I passed all of my first year exams, and moved to Italy for the second year of my degree. It's a double degree, with the first year at my uni, and the second at an Italian one, and still nothing. My friends and family seemed happy for me, so I faked it as well. My parents are asking what my plans for the future are, and I don't have an answer for them, because I don't know what I want anymore. I used to be ambitious, but now I can barely find the motivation to log into my online classes, much less actually go out. I'm supposed to be looking for an internship as part of my degree, but I haven't even started. But I also can't just drop out, cause then I'd have to find a job or start working for my dad. And I dread both of those options. I worked part-time during part of my bachelor, and I can't stand the idea of doing it full-time. I have no idea how people do it. I've become really detached from life ever since my mom passed. I read this and saw so many messages replying it's been X years since my mother passed. I couldn't even remember the specific date my mother passed, let alone the number of years. After finding her death certificate, it's coming up on 5 years. Nothing has been the same these past 5 years. I was recovering from depersonalization right before she passed. And then when she passed it got very bad again very quickly. I'm still not sure if I've recovered or if I've just gotten used to it. I've graduated since then, worked a full-time job, met a girl and moved across the country. I've truly been living life actively, but it all feels fake. Feels like a weird fucking dream. I fucking miss my mom. How the fuck can this life be real without her? I only wear a tie and jacket when I've been feeling really upset and fed up with life. That way I have at least one thing to brighten my day. I have been dressing up every day for more than 2 weeks now. How lost and hurt I really am. It's easier to hide it all and pretend everything is getting better. Me too. I'm grateful for what I have, but most nights I cry myself to sleep because I'm always alone. Stuck at a dead-end job. Exhausted from trying to improve every aspect of my life without results. And just tired of pretending. At least it helps to know that I'm not the only one feeling lost right now. My wife cheated on me a few months back. She claims it was just one kiss and dirty texts, but who really knows the extent of her infidelity besides him and her? I was beyond stupid and ignored all warning signs. I have told no one, and it happened about 4 months ago. We are buying a house and have 2 kids. I initially forgave her and we worked on things. However, she and her sister are going on a cruise in November and I don't trust her at all. FML. Edit. Thanks to everyone who responded. A lot of you were very helpful and I appreciate it. I talked to my wife this morning and she was more concerned with our marriage than the cruise. She even went as far as saying she is going to call about canceling it today. I know many people suggested divorce and I understand why you would suggest it. I don't know if that's where we'll end up, but for now I'm going to keep trying. Sometimes things aren't as black and white as they seem. You all are awesome. P.S. Thank you for the silver book recommendation. Tell me no lies basically. Got to get the truth happening in a relationship or it's going to bite you hard in the end. That includes you being open about your trust situation. Not just her being open about the fidelity situation. Edit. Authors are Ellen Bader and Peter T. Pearson. I cried over bell peppers today. I always made my dad stuffed orange bell peppers on Halloween. I would cut the little jack-o'-lantern faces out and everything. He's been dead for 3 years, but today for a second in the grocery store I thought, oh that's right, I need orange bell peppers. Edit. Thank you all so much. I can't believe what I woke up to. Just thanks guys. You're all so wholesome. Edit 2. The recipe, they're really simple. I take orange bell peppers and cut the tops off. I cut the faces out. Then I blanch them just a little until they are soft. I chop up the pepper bits along with onion and garlic. I add ground beef and cook. Then I take some cooked white rice and mix it in. Then add just enough tomato sauce. Then mix in some Parm cheese and Italian seasoning. I put the mix in the peppers, top with mozzarella and Parm cheese and bake. Those random thoughts are the worst. I always have a moment's hesitation planning anything on Friday mornings because that's the day my grandfather has a respite care and my grandma has a few hours off. They passed 4, 5 and 5 years ago. Big hugs to you today. Compassion fatigue is slowly killing me. I'm so tired. I love my friends and family deeply, but I need a break from being the shoulder to cry on for a while. I've been passively suicidal for 7+ years now, and most days I wish I had a completely different life, because I don't want to live mine anymore. I just feel like I'm supposed to have died 7 years ago. I tear up a lot when I'm thinking about it too long. I love a lot of my life, but I can't imagine wanting to live it. Edit. This wasn't put on here for advice or anything of the sort. I merely wrote this for my own comfort. Was having a full-blown anxiety attack for half an hour or so, and it helped to write down what I felt. But, thank you for the comments nonetheless. I'm probably getting a little too keen on coke at this point. I'm better at making people uncomfortable than making them laugh. I almost caused a car accident a few days ago because I zoned out and ran a red light. Even though nothing happened, I feel really guilty about it. Edit, wow, this blow up. Didn't expect that. I don't have time to respond to all of you, but thank you for all the nice words. I know I've been stupid and I'm doing everything in my power to make sure something like this will never happen again when I'm driving. For your information, I've only been driving for about a year, and it's been almost 2 months since I got my driver license, and what happened really spooked me out. I'm going to be way more careful because I really don't want to hurt anyone. I dropped 3 courses not because I was failing academically, but because I was very close to killing myself. I have eaten food quantities that were listed as family-sized in a single sitting, many times. I just started drinking again. I would have been 2 years sober in January. I'm 28 years old and still struggle reading analog clocks. I got through 4 years of Spanish with Google Translate. Don't know how much of a secret that is. I haven't done a single assignment this semester. I haven't even gone to class. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm unhappy in my marriage, but still love my wife. I think if we met today we wouldn't even date, much less be married, but the thought of leaving her for my own happiness makes me sick to my stomach. She constantly says how happy I make her, how much she loves me, that she couldn't live without me. And I love her back. We are just so different. We got married young because God was guiding us to do so. Our responsible adult figures told us it was smarter to wait, but we, and our pastor, knew better. We did a bunch of premarital counseling, so we actually have a very solid base for our marriage. We have just changed in political views, personal views, leisure activities, movie interests, religious beliefs, unbeknownst to her on that one, and just about everything else. There's very little common ground anymore. I can say we both enjoy watching anime together and listening to audio books of her choosing as we fall asleep. I've tried to recommend some in a few podcasts, but they didn't work for her. We haven't had sex in months, and she recently discovered she's aromantic and is fine with basically never having sex. I'm not like that at all. She doesn't work at the moment and we are in financial stress because of it. But I still want her to be able to spend money on herself because it helps with her depression. Legitimately helps. She's spending money on hobby supplies which give her a sense of accomplishment. Despite me working 50+ hour weeks, I still do a majority of the cooking and cleaning due to her mental health. But I still love her dearly. I'm just unhappy. I care for her. I want to be with her. I'm just not happy. I feel like I put in more effort than she does. But she is so appreciative, and I know it isn't malicious on her part. I just enable the behavior. She's seeing a therapist, newly because of finances, but I don't think I can afford one for myself or couples therapy. If you made it to the end, thanks for reading my ramblings. Edit, wow, I did not expect this much feedback and so many replies. Going to do as much replying as I can, because it helps me to talk it out a bit, to be honest. But to answer a few questions, 1. My wife described herself as aromantic because she gets repulsed by seeing romantic acts. She actively seeks out kisses, hugs and cuddles from me on a regular basis. After looking into it more, I don't think she's actually aromantic based on her behavior. She seems more romance averse, specifically when viewing those acts too. My wife recognizes that she doesn't do a fair share of the work and it eats her up and contributes to her depression. I'm not blaming her for not doing enough, but that doesn't take away the fact that I do still have to do more than my share. She is actively trying to improve herself for our relationship, which is a big part of the reason I'm still with her. But I'm still unhappy in this moment in time. 3. We both know we need couples counseling. It's just not on the table for us at the moment. Honestly, just getting it off my chest and having the opportunity to talk with some of you amazing Redditors has helped me a bit already. It's no replacement for individual therapy, but it's a good boost to give me strength to keep on until we can get to therapy for me and us together. Thank you all for the responses, and I'm going to spend my day reading every single one and replying where I can. I've always told everyone my mom died of cancer. She committed suicide. Footnote, so did my son.